Idaho's government receives its revenue from different sources, mainly from tax collections, licensing fees, federal dollars, and return on investments. While there are various funds that money flows in and out of within the state government, the main one is the general fund, which is the predominant fund for financing governmental functions or activities. The taxes that the state collects are directly deposited in the general fund. Idaho's general fund is comprised of 4 different categories of taxes. Those categories are individual income tax, corporate income tax, sales tax, and miscellaneous taxes. Individual income tax is a type of tax that Idaho collects as a percentage of an individual's earned income from their place of work. Corporate income tax is different than individual income tax because it is calculated and collected based on income generated by a business or corporation. Sales tax is a type of tax that is attached to the retail sales of goods and services. And miscellaneous revenue refers to any other tax collected by Idaho, such as estate taxes or the cigarette tax. In fiscal year 2022, Idaho's general fund received approximately $2.6 billion in income tax revenue, $2.2 billion in sales tax revenue, and $1 billion in corporate tax revenue, as well as $360 million from all other taxes and fees. This was a total of $6.2 billion against a predicted amount of $5.2 billion. The money collected in the general fund gets distributed to many different areas, but mainly to education. In fiscal year 2022, 48.8% of the money from the general fund went to public schools, 7.4% to universities and colleges, and 5.7% was classified as other education. About a quarter of the general fund revenue, 22.8%, went to health and human services, 9.8% went to law and justice, and 3.1% went to other expenditures by the government. Lastly, around 1.1% was distributed for economic development, and 1.3% was spent on natural resources. In between the time money is collected and spent, the Treasurer's Investment Division invests these funds based on 3 criteria. First, safety, second, liquidity, and third, return on investments. Revenue generated by the interest earned helps to keep taxes lower. As well as earning additional revenue for the state, the investments are strategically managed to make sure there is always cash available to cover all appropriated expenses. By law, Idaho must balance the budget every year, which means the state cannot spend more than what it's brought in. Budgeting at the state government level is a very complicated process and is something that takes the legislature a long time to work out. To learn more about Idaho's budget, investments, and where your money goes, check out my website at sto.idaho.gov. You can also visit the Division of Financial Management's website at dfm.idaho.gov or the Idaho Tax Commission's website at tax.idaho.gov.